Hello, YouTube and people on other platforms in the future who I do not predict. Today, we are building, that's right, a hospital. What is a hospital, you ask? It's not this thing. This is a self-basalt canal building machine that takes ages to get where it's going, but it does build the entire canal for you, including populating it with glow lichen and water and some other bits. I'll show you a tutorial of that in the future when I can figure out, well, how to show it to you, because it's quite weird and complicated to build something with observers without it collapsing. Anyway, hospital. Right, so first thing we need some bricks. Let's get some bricks which are vaguely kind of hospital looking. We'll get some white stuff. We'll get some white concrete. And then we want horse. Okay. We want a horse. It's very important that we get a horse. And then, unfortunately, because you can't put horses in boats anymore, we are going to have to just hope that the horse will stay still. So I think also we should probably use some pale oak in here. In this build, I think it would be a good idea to do so. And then we're going to get to building the hospital. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build the floor. So you start, you go up a bit. We need a space underneath the floor, so I'm just making my life easy by doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have a 9 wide space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have just miscounted that. There you go, 9 by 5, because you count the corners, obviously. I'm teaching you how to count as well today, isn't that good? We have some stripped pale wood. That looks really nice, actually. I've never used that as flooring before. That's quite nice. Oh yeah, that's very bright. Anyway, this is where the horse will go. Very important. Put the horse in. Okay. We put the horse in. Do you even fit in that space? He fits in that space. There he is. Look at him. Happy, horse shaped. Everything seems normal, doesn't it? But this horse has a disease in his bones, and we need to diagnose that. How to diagnose horse bone disease? So now, behind this 9 by 5 space, you'll build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then across, and then you want to build the exact same room again here. So 9 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep, 9 wide, 5 deep. You get your pale oak wood. Does it matter which way I place that? Oh, it does. That's interesting. And then some of you might be realising now what I'm doing, and I'm surprised nobody else has came up with this before. Now we want some black concrete. Or another block of your choosing, which you think would be easy to gather, because black concrete can be a bit of a pain, and this will require you use a lot of it. But I like to use black concrete because it just looks better. It just feels right. And it is difficult to see where you're placing it as well. I really need to use this stuff in my end tunnels in my survival world. I would have added this to my castle in my long-term forever let's play, but one major issue with that is well, that basically I don't have any skeleton horses. I've been playing the world for 2.5 years and I don't have any skeleton horses, which is weird because I didn't know they were that rare. I usually get them straight away. Okay, so now we've got a copy of this room over there, and isn't it spooky looking? Now what you want to do is you want to get some lamps, some redstone lamps, and you can craft these with glowstone and redstone. And you want to put them under your horse, like that. I'm going to go underneath. He won't be able to fall through the gap because horses are more than 1 block wide. Look, he can't come through. So you don't need to worry about that. And now what we need is some redstone. And importantly, actually, to put, I think, No, that doesn't look right. We'll do white concrete here. I do love concrete. I remember when it first came out, I was addicted to the stuff. I used it in every build. Okay, so now we've got that. And we need to do the redstone. So I'm going to clear my inventory. I'm going to get my favourite blocks for building redstone, and those are polished stone. Where are those living right now? Oh, I love those. Look at them. And we're going to get some redstone stuff. So what you want is you want some torches, repeaters, and I'm not entirely sure about this. You might need target blocks. I think it might be a wise idea. And obviously you want a lever as well. I don't know where I'm going to put the activation. I'm just going to do the circuit first. So first things first, I actually figure out if you put a torch on top of a block here, if you put a block down here, you put a torch on top of it, it'll actually power all three lights at the same time. Because the torch obviously is pointing the redstone up, and that hard powers that, which means it powers those ones. Whereas if you did something like, if you were to power it from one below, it would only, if you look at the top, can't get out, it would only light the one up, because it's hard powering that block, and then any adjacent block is soft powered. So yeah, that's how that works. Little redstone tutorial there as well for you. Okay, I'm just going to put that back where it belongs. Okay, so what you need is for each of these to basically, I forgot the actual redstone dust. What you want is for both of these sets of lights to turn on at the same time. So it's as simple as doing what I've just done there. I don't actually think I need to have, yeah, perfect. Okay, and now we need somewhere where we can stand and we can observe the horse. So I think we should have a little button like this, nice and simple. And maybe we could even have a piston underneath it. And that just makes it easier to travel the signal down. You don't need this, it's not necessary. You can always do something like this. But I like, if you're making the floors a bit thick, it's more fun for me personally to do stuff like this, where you can have, there you go, and now the lights should be on if I do that. So the lights are off, and if I flick this, the lights are on. Perfect. And then you want to think, right, well, we've got this hospital room where the horse is being x-rayed. Perfect. And now how are we going to x-ray the horse? Well, quite simple really. Skeleton horses exist. So here you go, here's the great trick. You have a skeleton horse. And then something that's been out for a long time that nobody thought to use to x-ray horses. I did this as soon as this stuff came out. It took ages because we didn't have many amethyst crystals in our world. You see, the horse is pretty much gone. So now, if I stand here, boosh, we're x-raying the horse. Isn't that the best thing that's ever happened? How to x-ray a horse in Minecraft Survival. Now, if that's not a reason to subscribe, I don't think there's any other reason to subscribe. Other than the fact that I've somehow managed to design a Minecraft skin that has a forehead that's the same size as my real life forehead, which, quoting my doctor, is quite too big. You look like a Sasquatch. Yeah. So here is the horse x-ray. I'm just going to play with this. I'm just going to stim this horse x-ray for a minute. Just don't mind me. Oh, it's so fun. Imagine that in your base. Imagine having this in your base and your friend's like, hey dude, what the hell's wrong with you? What's this? You go, well, my horse. My horse has osteoporosis. Well, that was easy. You see, he loved me straight away because I've helped him with his bone condition. The only way you could improve this is if there was one way to get the horse stuck in a position so they're both facing the same way. I used to use boats, but you can't put horses in boats anymore because apparently Mojang thought that was a good use of their time. I just don't understand that decision. My world is so old that I still have a horse and a boat just to prove how old the world is. He just like chills in a boat from like 2022. Yeah. So yeah, that's the hospital. I don't really know what else to say now. That's it. Hospital. If you want to X-ray your horse, ever wanted to X-ray a Minecraft horse? There you go. That's everything you could ever need in your life, and possibly less. Goodbye.